Vertebral artery, student, is going to supply the brain. It rises through the neck and travels through the transverse foramina of the cervical vertebrae. It pierces the atlanto-occipital membrane and passes through the foramen magnum. So there are two vertebral artery and the internal carotid. They are the main artery that supplies your brain. Now brachial artery, the subclavian artery, student, it becomes the axillary artery, right? We know, in the armpit. And this axillary artery, it becomes a brachial artery in the arm. That's where you take your blood pressure. The blood pressure is commonly measured by compressing the brachial artery against the humerus using a sphygmanometer, the blood pressure monitor. The left common carotid artery is a direct branch of aorta, while right common carotid, it arises from brachiocephalic trunk, ascends in the neck at the superior border of thyroid cartilage. That's where it is going to bifurcate into internal and the external carotid artery. So carotid bifurcation, located at the carotid bifurcation, are the two important receptors that closely monitor our vascular system. So sensory innervation from these receptors carried by the vagus and the glossopharyngeal nerve. So first is the carotid body, carotid sinus. Carotid body is a chemoreceptor that monitors the blood oxygen level, and the carotid sinus, the baroreceptor, right, that detects the short-term changes in the blood pressure. Now the internal carotid artery, it has no branches in the neck. It supplies your brain. And one branch, if you remember, internal carotid was ophthalmic artery that is innervating through the medial or the lateral canthus actually of the eye. It travels through the carotid canal of temporal bone to supply the brain, and other intracranial structures supply brain, the orbit part, as I told you, and ophthalmic artery that was supplying the orbit part. That's a branch of internal carotid, and also some branches to the forehead. So brain is mainly supplied by both the vertebral artery that are coming from the subclavian and the internal carotid artery. So vertebral artery is going to pass through the foramen magnum along with the spinal cord. Internal carotid passes through the carotid canal. So you can see this is the internal carotid artery, the branches of it, and the vertebral artery, the branches of it. And this is what is this circle of Willis. If you remember, this is a closed loop of the arteries. The external carotid artery is the most important artery for it. It has 8 branches, supplies most of the structure of head and neck except brain, orbit, and forehead. It supplies your cervical structures. So these are the branches, student, we have of external carotid artery. The 8 branches, very, very important. Superior thyroid, descend to a thyroid gland. Lingual artery supplies your tongue, floor of mouth, sublingual gland. Facial artery supplies your face, submandibular gland, soft palate. Ascending pharyngeal artery supplying the pharynx. Occipital artery to the posterior scalp. Posterior auricular artery to the ear. And the last 2 branches, very, very important, maxillary artery and the superficial temporal artery. So maxillary artery is supplying all your teeth, maxillary and mandibular, the muscles of mastication, palate and nasal cavity, and superficial temporal artery to the temporal region. Now the face and the scalp, they are supplied by external and internal carotid artery. Internal carotid branches are the supraorbital, supratrochlear that go to the forehead, and the external carotid artery branches like facial, maxillary, superficial temporal, and also the posterior auricular. The important branch we have is the facial artery here. Facial artery, the branch of maxillary, it travels over the inferior border of mandible anterior to the masseter muscle, where you can feel the facial artery pulse, takes an oblique part to the medial corner of the eye, and acts as the angular artery, which is the last branch of the facial artery that comes through from the medial canthus of the eye and intersect with the ophthalmic artery coming from the lateral canthus. Branches, superior inferior labial artery. The maxillary artery is a terminal branch of external carotid. It travels through the infratemporal fossa and into the pterygopalatine fossa. It runs deep to the ramus of mandible, supplies all the teeth plus palate, nasal cavity, muscles of mastication, bones, and midface. It's a main artery of the deep facial structures. The major branches of maxillary artery, students, you have is like inferior alveolar artery, travels inside the mandibular canal, supplies your mandibular teeth. Mental artery to the chin. Mental artery is the last branch of your inferior alveolar artery. Inferior alveolar artery branches to the muscles of the mastication. Then PSA within the maxilla to the posterior maxillary teeth, infraorbital artery to the midface, and anterior superior alveolar. It branches to the anterior maxillary teeth. The other branches of maxillary artery important is middle meningeal artery to the skull bone, meninges, through the foramen spinosum, greater and lesser palatine artery, supplying your palate. Sphenopalatine artery branches nasopalatine that supplies your nasal cavity and the anterior part of hard palate. Other important branch of external carotid artery to the face is superficial temporal, the transverse facial of it, to the parotid gland, posterior auricular artery to the posterior ear,